Hey everyone, it's Brano, and I'm learning how to make multiplayer for the first time. So, I've got to learn the syntax, but I've also got to learn how it works at a higher level. And I'm surprised by how fake it actually is, because the way kind of like multiplayer networking actually works is that each person has their own client. And all that's going on is that you're playing a single player game, but the other person can send over instructions that your client can then interpret as their actions. So it's kind of interesting in how it works because it could so easily break. And I'm amazed that this is how it works because this is fragile. I can see just how fragile a multiplayer game actually is, because you got to keep things like synced up. So in my game, I'll just do the basic host since I'm still kind of getting things set up. If I do a building, let's say like this tower, that's going to be built on my client, but then on this client I've got it so that the instructions are basically, oh, this person has done this command, therefore this enemy NPC now has to do stuff, and now I'm getting shot out at both clients, and it works surprisingly well. So I can go here and I can just go, oh, let's do circles and all that, and it's pretty amazing with how it works, but it can be broken quite easily. And so doing something as simple as like not passing, like passing in a local variable, like calling a local variable not as an argument for like a instruction can like break it. So let's do this create building thing where I've got a couple of things set up. So if I remove the argument from this function and instead just do this and this, to where instead of getting the select building in the function, I'm getting I'm now calling it locally. Now the thing is, I'm only tracking what this variable is on a single client, so it's going to cause a desync where now if I build a building, so as you saw, I built a tower, so let's just build a tower again. And you'll see that that's being built. You'll see that's a little bit different. It's like, oh, what's going on? It's different. And so we've got right here, a tower, it's shooting me. But on this client, it's a building. So that's a desync. So if you've ever wondered what like a multiplayer desync is, this is it. It's basically, it really is two people playing a single player game and then sending instructions on what on each person's single player game has to actually do. So it's really quite unique in that front. So I'm just gonna undo this because I don't yeah, I'd like it to work properly, but there's a lot of these little intricacies that you kind of have to learn, because when you do a RPC call, it has to be really deterministic. Like, you can't allow random logic to occur within it. Everything you pass through has to work on each person's client the exact same way. And so that was a good case to show that. The other thing you've got to like keep in mind is bandwidth. So for stuff like doing a building, I want that to be reliable. I want every single, well, what I basically want is the clients to do the exact same thing, but maybe with movement, I'm allowing it to be unreliable. Now, of course, I could force synchronization on everything, but that would require a huge amount of bandwidth, to where you've got the host, which is the player on the left, and every like couple of seconds it would place everything in the correct spot to make sure that there's no desynchronizations. I'm not sure what the right methodology is to make sure that desyncs don't happen, but it's pretty clear to me that there is a ton of real creative problem solving that comes with multiplayer programming. Like, you cannot do shortcuts that you would originally do within a single player game. It just doesn't work. You get punished for it. It's like, oh, I can't do this cheap thing. Like, I can't just call everything within a group. Otherwise, I'm going to then exclude stuff. And so you've really got to think about how you need to structure your code so much more than a single player game. And it has been a pain in the ass to learn, especially since I've had a cold over the past 2 weeks, which means my brain has not been functioning at full capacity. But, I'm having fun. I don't even know about, the security part yet. That part, I'm just like, oh god, my game is going to be so easily hacked, and if it gets hacked too easily, maybe there's going to be problems with desynchronization. But once again, I'm going to have to continually think about how this works. Now, so I'm doing this, and now that I'm doing this, I got to say, I really do not recommend multiplayer as your first game, unless it's a really simple game, because this stuff makes programming twice as hard. At least twice as hard, because you're not just solving a problem, you're having to solve a problem, and then it has to work in many different another scenario. And yeah, there's a lot going on, but I'm enjoying this, so that's it for me. Bye.